Can you both confirm that you are residents of Ottawa?
Well, I don't know when you're saying when you're referring to both of you. Are you talking about me and my dog Big Trudy here? Yeah, I thought I'd wear this just to kind of lighten the mood. It seemed a little tight in here, so yeah, my buddy over there at Danger Cats, he does these up. He does a good job with them. DangerCatShop.com. You can get one for yourself too. You put a little smile on somebody's face, eh? But no, yeah, I am a resident of Ottawa.
Can you describe for the Commissioner what was the impact, if any, on your physical well-being?
Oh, how it impacted my physical well-being? Well, that's a tough question, see? So, I knew that there was, something floating around, right? And I didn't really want to go to work because I seen all these guys having a good time down there, singing, dancing, drinking, playing street hockey, having pig roast. There's a hot tub, a bouncy castle. I seen all that coming out, so I just figured, I got to be involved in this. That looks like a way better time than going to work. So I called my boss up. I said, hey, look, I got that swine flu or whatever's going on floating around in the air. I can't make her in for probably at least, I don't know, until that whole convoy thing's done downtown. So I gotta ship on out and hunker down here at my humble abode. And the boss man just yeah, whatever, if you got COVID, then you're gonna have to relax. And I said, yeah, COVID, that's exactly what I have. So I'll let you know whenever I'm good to go, and I'll head down back to the job site, right? But impact on my physical well-being, I think the most damage was done to myself, you'd get up and everybody's having a good time, making sausages, their own breakfast, so I'd just scoot down there, right? But before I'd head down there, I'd probably pump about 3 or 4 beer in me, so that way I get a good buzz, knock the edge off, go down, have a good time, and, I just kept a nice backpack. I got one of them camel bags, and I made my own rum and cokes for the day, and just got, absolutely skanked. Oh, they were having little dance parties there. Christ, I'd say the biggest impact on my physical well-being was hopping in that street hockey game there when I was about 18 sheets to the wind and toe-picked in a pair of Helly Hansen's and steel toes, right? And just put my lid right into the street. Next thing you know, I'm all buggered up, right, mentally. From the liquor end, taking a nosedive, playing street hockey. So I'd say, probably I did the most damage to my own physical well-being more than any resident or trucker could possibly do to me. So I don't know if that answers your question correctly, but regardless, though, I was having a phenomenal time. Best time I've had in a long time, if I'm being honest.
Can you describe for us what you saw, what you heard, what you experienced when you did go outside and walk the streets during the protest?
Well, what I saw outside was, if I'm being honest, I probably wasn't seeing straight from 12 p.m. beyond, if I'm being quite honest with you, Your Honor. I is right. Liquor, just having a good time. I remember seeing a hot dog stand at one point, and I was like, oh boy, geez, this popped up. I thought it was Mirage, right? And you're out in the middle of the desert, you get a little dehydrated and you're starting to see things that aren't there. Well, I seen this guy frying up some dogs, and I was like, oh boy, I would really love one of them. And he handed me one, no problem. I don't know what these residents around the other area are all barking about, that this is scary. Oh no, I actually saved money by going down there and just having some meals and beers all day, every day. And honestly, I probably burnt calories too. Instead, if I actually, actually had COVID, right, I'd probably be sitting on the couch just shoveling garbage, doing nothing, not even burning calories, right? I was down there just they threw on some Tiesto and that gets my boots moving. Next thing you know, I'm just shaking it, right? Having the best time ever. I wish I would have brought some trunks, because that hot tub was looking mighty fine too, and I suggested that maybe if I just hopped in my underwear, it'd be fine. But little fun fact about me, I don't wear underwear.
So would you say that you felt unsafe walking the streets?
Walking the street, yeah, maybe when I was around everybody else, but like I didn't really think that they were a hazard to me. I was more of a hazard to them because I was stumbling, bumping into things, you know, so, just right pinned. 2 weeks off. That was like my vacation, right? Because I don't have the jab, so I couldn't leave and go to Mexico and dummy some of them all-inclusive Miami Vices like I was intending to do in that February. So I figured, hell, why not just go down there, put about 18 liters of rum and coke in a backpack and just have the old camel bag, and I'll go truck along and make some new friends and some memories that I probably won't remember anyways, which I would have done in Mexico. You know, would I take a little bit of the beach and some margaritas? Yeah, of course, but I'll take the next best thing all day, every day, you know what I mean? So I'd say, yeah, I had myself a phenomenal time while I was down there.
I just wanted to get a sense for the honking. You both mentioned the sound of the honking. Do you have a sense for when it was it all the time? Was it louder during the day? Was it just as loud at night? Can you give us a sense of that?
I'll tell you. The most noise I heard and the loudest noise I heard was my old lady mistaken like what time I was coming home. I told her like, hey, I'll be home at 11, and she assumed PM and I meant AM. So that got pretty loud. I'd say the loudest out of that whole, you know, fiasco that you guys are calling it was probably when I went home the next day after telling her 11 and not putting like a AM or PM behind that. And then, you know, so we're sitting in La La Land trying to figure out what one another's trying to say. So I go back there and she's just and all I could think about is just the gnarly party that I went to the night before. So it didn't really affect me that much. So if you're like thinking like the noise levels were affecting me, in like my noise levels, I mean her screeching like female like voice in like attacking my earlobes and my inside my cerebellum and just ringing around. It didn't quite at all, because my ears are ringing and all I could hear was like Tiesto, dot 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 dot. Right? So I don't know. I would say probably like the worst noise I heard was her trying to tell me that I should be at home taking care of the kids instead of having a good time, you know, down there getting free dogs. You know, I was helping the family out by not spending any money, and she doesn't see it that way, right? I don't get time off. I don't get to have fun. I don't get to go out on girls' night and drown my sorrows in wine. So I seen an opportunity and I took it.